Creative rides, from the classic to the insane.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's have an auction. Do we have it at 145? Do we have it at 145.55?
So there's a nostalgia, there's an attachment to cars.
I literally grew up as a child running around all of these cars.
It talks to me, this car. My all-time favorite. It really is.
If you're new to the classic car market, this is a great car to buy.
There are very few brands I can say I haven't driven.
Call my insurance company, okay?
We are going to be featuring 24 vehicles that are going under the hammer.
Last call. Sold, sold, sold. Congratulations, so you just bought a Ferrari. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Creative Rides. And I'm going to be the auctioneer on behalf of Creative Rides and our entire team. We'd like to thank everybody for spending the time with us.
We're back at Monte Casino's Grand Parade, the perfect location to auction a beautiful selection of exotic, classic and vintage cars. Now, to attract a younger audience, the guys from Creative Rides have decided to include a couple of youngsters, and one in particular caught Sabby's eye.
Fair warning on last call. You just bought a Chevy. Sold!
Welcome to your favorite car show. It is sold in 60 seconds. My name is DJ Sabby, the best in ever. I'm your host. This is where we take a look at some of the coolest cars we can find from Creative Rides. As always, we bring the coolest cars. Hanging out with Kevin, the founder of Creative Rides. You good, Kev?
Oh, I'm fantastic. Nice to see you again.
Great
Sammy.
seeing you. Great seeing you. Before we talk about this car, for someone who's not aware of what makes a car a collectible piece, you know, what are some of those key things one needs to be on the lookout for?
I think it's rarity. That's the key to it.
Yeah.
So how many were made and how many don't they make anymore? So I think it all goes about rarity. If you've got a marquee that makes a very special car in limited numbers, it's collectible. And so that's the key to it. So, or if it's the very first one that they made.
Yeah.
So take Land Rover Defenders. The very first one that came out was collectible because it was called the first edition. Only made them in X numbers. Therefore, someone that bought the first edition has got it.
Yeah.
So that's a modern collectible. Ferrari do it, Aston Martin do it, Alfa do it. They make a very limited number of something very specific, and collectors go insane because they want to have one of 20. And of course, that pushes the price up. But not only that, when they take them and design them, they go back to Formula One, they go back to racing, they go back to LMR, they go back to, and they say, what worked in the car? And they bring those through into the newer cars. Something comes through in those cars, so it makes them super collectible. And that's the key. So they only make them in very limited numbers. And if your name is not on the list, sometimes you don't have an opportunity to own them. You get a whole lot of cars that break those rules. This is one of them. So ultimately, you've got a car that is an iconic car. It's a four-door, full four-seater, 4 adults in it, that it will retain and it will grow in time.
Let's talk about this one. It's also a modern collectible.
This is a Chevy Lumina. It's a 2007 SS. 6-litre V8 in it. It goes like stink. It's very affordable.
Yeah.
Actually, as a modern everyday motor car, they don't come with service plans anymore.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you've got people that can work on them, make them work, look after them. So this is what you would call a modern classic. It is a fantastic everyday motor car. They stopped making them.
Oh.
Absolute cult following.
Yeah.
There are lots around, but as time goes on, there'll be less of them. So if you look after it, it's a fantastic piece of machinery. I wouldn't say it's a Ferrari beater, but you can soup this up to really go super fast.
Yeah.
So it really can make it happen.
Apparently this is your favorite color. Burnt orange.
Hey, burnt orange. I'm clearly an orange man, which is fine.
It looks absolutely amazing, still looks cool. It's one of those cars I'm sure you can still ride with your family. You can still take your boys on a Friday night, safely of course. How much do you think we might get for this one?
I think this should run anything from about 180 to 300 odd thousand rand.
Okay, let's head out to the auction, see how much we might get for this beast right here.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Any over to go now. 2007 Chevrolet Lumina SS sedan. These are very, very fast cars. 6-liter V8 power. These cars are hard to find. Online's already started. 50, 75, 100, 125, and 125 on in the other, have it in the other. 130, have it, 150,000. 155, in the other, have it, at 160, have it, selling 160,000. 170,000, 180,000 in the other, have it, selling 180,000 now. At 180,000 in the other, have it, 180, have it, selling 190, sir. 190,000 at 195 in the other, 190 for 195,000. 195, okay. First call at 195,000. Second call at 195,000. At 195, sold the car online at 195,000.
With large capacity V8 engines slowly becoming extinct, a car like the Chevy Lumina is sure to become more and more collectible with each passing year. And hearing the burble from those twin exhausts will transform even the most mundane journey.
(1977) Volkswagen Beetle SP, twin carb. This is a purely South African car, ladies and gentlemen. Purely South African car. Here we go.
What makes South Africa so unique is our rich diversity, whether it's in the urban melting pot of Johannesburg or the fauna and flora of our landscape. And the car scene is exactly the same. And that's why the Creative Rides auction is so special. There's something for everyone.
You'll never see a Beetle SP again. They are very, very rare. Betting is going higher and higher as the afternoon goes on.
So what you sold in 60 seconds, we're looking at all the cars going under the hammer here at Monte Casino. This is a totally unique machine, Homer. I don't know where to start. I don't know what to call it. It looks like a Beetle that went for training to go to war. Tell me about this machine.
Look, this car's a recreation Beetle, Army Beetle.
Okay.
It's a 1973 model.
Is it automatic? Is it manual?
It's manual. Comes with the 1600 twin port motor, which came with these cars. They've just done a really cool job with the car. I mean, you can look at the color. It's got an army green, which is super cool.
This is one of those cars, one does not need to ask you questions. They just know you're unique to the pack.
I love the floor in it.
Yeah.
It's super cool. It's got this custom flooring and custom ceiling. Super, super stunning.
Are those like comic strips, bro?
I look like newspaper. Yeah, actually, you're right. Newspaper cutouts and comic strips. Super cool.
That is so fire.
The split window at the back is actually not original. It's a recreation. It's got the two tanks there at the back, which actually feed into the fuel tank, which is really super cool.
It even got like, it looks like a braai stand.
Yeah.
It's ready for you to leave if the wife gives you problems.
The toolbox there.
It's a toolbox?
It's a toolbox, yeah.
Oh, I thought it's like a bag for you to pack and go.
No, it's a toolbox.
So you pour gas in it and it...
Super cool.
This is such a unique car, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure like it moves reasonably decent.
100%. I mean, it's got the 1600 twin port motor, so you'll be able to keep up with traffic. It's fuel efficient enough, right? It's 1600 motor. It's not too big. I think they've done a really cool job. It's a really unique car. So for someone who wants something super unique and different, here you go.
Absolutely a unique beast right here. Look at the lights there, bro.
Yeah.
You know, is that, can you sit in there? It's like a bike seat.
No, I think it's a light here. I think it's like a lamp underneath. Yeah, it's a lamp underneath.
It's a lamp?
Yeah.
Dude, this car is super cool. How much do you think we might get for this?
Look, I'm thinking anywhere between 130 to 180,000 Rand.
Okay. This might just go for 130 to 180,000 Rand. Sold in 60 seconds. Gah!
Hey everybody, watch me hit the gas.
One of my favorites for the auction, we call it the Hunger Games Beetle. It's a 1973 Volkswagen Beetle splitty creation. Looks like it drove off a war ground somewhere. The door opens whenever it feels like it. It's a great car to drive. It's a lot of fun. The splitty Beetle from Hunger Games. Be any of it goes, sir. 50 you're in, sir. 50,000, you have it selling at 50,000, have it 50, 75,000. At 75, have it 75, 5, 5, 5, 5. Where have you ever seen a Beetle like this? Unless it's a creative ride. At 70, have it 75, 5, 5, 5, 5. At 75,000 once, 75,000 twice. We're selling, ladies and gentlemen. Third and final call. At 75, 5, 5, 5. Hammers high. Sold at STC at 75,000 rands.
The Army Bug failed to reach Palmer's estimate, but perhaps this particular Folksy was too much of an acquired taste for the average bidder.
'89 Jaguar. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Online has already started. 100,000.
Some cars managed to capture the imagination of an entire generation by starring in a cult classic like the 911 Turbo in the original Bad Boys, or this Jaguar XJS in Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion. Then there are others that rose to fame by their on-track exploits.
Third and final call. Congratulations, they just bought a Jag. Sold it at 250,000.
The BMWs really want to beat these Opels once and for all. Who gets the jump this time? Lance has made a rocket start again. He's through to the front. Lance is through to the front. There he goes. It's same again. Action replay of the first race and pushing his way through Remondini. There's going to be lots of bumping and barging as they go to yellow pages.
It's Cadet, BMW, Cadet, and then 4 BMWs in the top 8.
Now he's worked hard on these new BMW 325s and he's getting his act together. Excuse me, coming down the road at a great rate of knots.
I've been waiting for this moment. If you're truly South African, you know when I say Kusheshe 325 Tembala Mokhumusha. Mark this beast, be my wife. Oh, tell me about it.
So, well, this is a true South African car. Under the hood, a beautiful straight six. Pure noise, beautiful sound, motor, manual box, BBS wheels on it. It was just the pinnacle of engineering in South Africa at the time. And everybody wanted one, a proper collector's item. She is, again, as I say, a very South African type car. We only got the 325 IS in South Africa. It was a replacement for what was in Europe, and we obviously had sanctions at the time, so we didn't get what we wanted. This is actually the replacement for the M3. The original M3 was a 4-cylinder turbo motor built to take on the Mercedes 190Es in DTM, as well as the Alpha 155s and 156s.
It's one of those machines, you just have to experience it. It's nice to know I've owned one. Any restore work has been done to this one?
As far as I can tell, it's very original. It might have had a bit of a blowover in its life, but a great driving car.
Yeah.
And something definitely to own.
So when you look at the price point, it's like an iconic car. It's a collector's car. If you love your BMW, you love some power, it ticks all the boxes speed-wise. I'm sure it moves very fast.
It's not a slow car at all.
Yeah.
Last year, we had a couple of them.
Yes.
They made money on auction. I reckon this one will probably be between 950 and 1.2, 1.3.
Okay. 950, 1.3, that's some good money.
That's good money.
This is the 1990 BMW 325 IS E30. The Gushesh, as she's affectionately known. Don't ask me what that means. Apparently it's not that good. The infamous South African-made hero car. The 325 IS E30, the Gushesh. Any over to go, ladies and gentlemen. Online's just lit up and gone crazy. 200,000, 250, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, at 555, 55, 55, 55, 55, at 550,000 on a BMW 1990 325 IS, 600,000, 650,000, 700,000, back in online at 700 now. There she is. Lend him 50,000, 750,000. The only Gushesh we've got on auction. Have it at 75, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. 760. It's 770, yes or no, gentlemen? I need 10,000 more in Johannesburg. I'm selling with me at 760,000. Once, twice. Gushesh, here we go. Last call, fair warning, all done, last call. Congratulations online, sir. Sold at 760,000 rands.
Another excellent result for a car entrenched in South African history. Next week, we have a fierce bidding war for a restored Mercedes-Benz Pagoda.
Back in 1980, you'd pay 15,000 rand for this car, and today it's a 2.5, 3 million rand motor car.
At 2 million, any over to go, the over to telling it 2 now.
Then we swap 4 wheels for 3 as Sabby takes a drive in a vintage Harley Davidson.
1942 classic Harley 1012 with a sidecar.
At 250, any over to it looks brand new from here.
And we take a look at an MG sports car with a unique provenance.
This has been owned by the same owner for probably 46 or 47 years.
For the MG TF Tuffy Legend, any over to go now.
Creative Rides, South Africa's biggest collector car auction event.